Hey, grand rising, beautiful people. It is Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Cheers. I have to remember to state the date at the beginning of the video so I don't have to watch 15 minutes of video to figure out the date when I upload it to YouTube. Stuff. So, I got some extra sleep last night, which was really great because I have not been sleeping well. And even sometimes when I do sleep or nap, I'm not sleeping or napping well. And so last night, I think I got some good sleep, deep, good sleep. I was just so exhausted. I don't even know why I was so tired yesterday. I was so tired yesterday that I didn't want to, I have this for my medicine that I fill up every single week on Saturday night or Sunday morning. And if I don't do it on Saturday night, I try to do it Sunday morning. But I didn't want to do it this morning. And I didn't want to do it last night. But it still needed to be done. I have to fill up all of my medicines and stuff. And I didn't want to because I just wasn't feeling the best last night. And I don't know why I wasn't. I got up and I did it anyway because I didn't want to do it today. And then my grandma and my mom have been trying to help my aunt move and stuff. So yesterday they were over there. They were cleaning out the freezers and stuff. And they brought home two roasts, like beef roasts. So those needed to be, I wasn't going to stick them in the freezer, so they needed to be put in the crock pot. And I had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I didn't want to do it last night. I had no inclination, no need. I mean, I knew I needed to do this stuff, but I didn't want to. I wasn't energetic enough for myself to want to do that. So I didn't, and again, okay, so the back porch is like a freezer / cooler, and I didn't clean out the crock pot the last time. I just kept refreezing the chicken. There was 6 chicken breasts in this crock pot. So I finally bring the crock pot in, I get the chicken out because it's still frozen, transfer it to a bag, stick it back in the freezer. So I can clean the crock pot, put these roasts on. I didn't want to do any of that last night. And the reason I'm telling you that is because there's going to be times when you're going to need to get things done. And you're going to also feel like you don't want to do it. And so that's why I'm telling you all this, is because there were so many things that I needed to get done last night. But I also didn't have the gumption to do it. I did go through and get it. What was the other thing I did? Oh, I made chili. And my intention was to put the chili on the back porch. I cover it up, put it on the back porch so it can chill. Because it's so cold outside. And there's not enough room in the refrigerator. And that's okay. But out of everything that I needed to do last night, the thing that I forgot to do was put the chili on the back porch to chill. Because I wasn't feeling like doing anything last night. I still did things, but I didn't feel like it. So I went to bed. I was extra tired yesterday. I went to bed, get up this morning, and my ear starts there's a little twinge in my ear. And you know what that means when you get a little twinge in your ear. So, grand rising, everybody. Cheers. So, whenever I see new watchers pop on, I try to recognize that I see you seeing me. But, so, this morning I wake up with this twinge in my ear. And the first thing that happens after that is my daughter calls me on video chat. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, Buttercup. I haven't had coffee yet. I haven't done anything yet. And I'm not feeling the best right now. So she was wanting to have this serious conversation as soon as I woke up. And I was like, Mom can't do this right now. If you're okay bodily and functionally, I can't have this conversation. We will talk later. So currently, and then I got on Facebook because that's what I do. I get on Facebook, I offer encouraging words to others, I scroll Facebook, I get my information, some of it. But one of the first things I saw this morning was one of my friends posted about the salt compress or salt sock. And so I reposted it, but I've been using it for years. And it just so happens that this morning I have to use my salt sock. So what a better opportunity than to show you all what's going on. Put my coffee out of the way so I don't spill all over everything. So I have this salt compress, and it's just table salt. Like, this is the table salt that is in this, and a whole container of this for 79 cents will fit in 2 socks. My disclaimer with that is that, like, I've got probably 4 or 5 socks here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 socks. I've got 5 socks layered on this salt compress. And the reason for that is because if you only use 1 sock or 2 socks or 3 socks, if you're molding it to your face, and it's like, you remember Stretch Armstrong when they would stretch and it would be like kind of, you could smash his muscles, smash it, and it would pop back into place. That's kind of the feeling of this, is a Stretch Armstrong. So either way, I try to flatten it out and I stick it right there. And that's kind of where it's been since I grabbed it up this morning, because my ear is severely hurting this morning. And I can feel the pain in my ear here, and then it comes out to my jaw, and it even goes down into here. So what this salt compress is going to do, and I posted about it. I'm glad there was a post about it this morning. Get off my shirt because I'm choking myself. And it just so happened that, what was it? Oh, the night that I got the call for Jeremiah, I had a whole ear thing. And when I woke up, well, I went to bed. This is before I got the call for Jeremiah. I went to bed with my salt compress on. So when I got the first call, it was from my ex-husband, Jeremiah's dad. I said, okay, when you get to the hospital, let me know what's going on. And I really went back to bed because my ear was hurting that very night. And I went back to bed with my salt compress on my ear. And then within 20 minutes, they called me again and they were like, nope, you really need to get here. So I did. So either way, moving on, I have a whole ass ear thing in my ear today. And it really, really, really hurts. Like, it hurts so much. It's hard for me. The kid was out here walking around doing stuff. I was like, hey, I got ibuprofen clear over there. You want to hand that to me? I don't want to get up and go get it. And it really is 2 steps away, and I still don't want to get up and go get it. But she was standing here, and she's okay with helping me with small things like that. Because I don't ask her to do a whole lot for me in any given instance. I just don't, because I know what it's like when your parents expect you to do everything for them. I don't do that to her. So either way, I'm up today and I'm trying to find my balance, and I'm not finding my balance in anything. I don't even know what I'm going to do today. And that's okay. I don't have to. Maybe today is a salt compress day. And so in using this, like, I filled the initial sock up with a bunch of salt. And let me see if I can do this. Pull it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and these are just my old socks that I don't wear anymore, that are, I've lost their elastic from my personal foot preferences. So they're just old socks that are clean. Make sure they're clean. You don't want to smell feet when you're doing this. So I've pulled down all the layers. This is the initial sock right here. So I got a nice little knot in it. So, if you're going to make yourself a salt compress, maybe I need to loosen this up just a little bit while I'm here, because it's still too stiff for my head. But if you're doing this, that initial sock, the salt will come through it, because everything is, if you stretch it out, you can see clear through it, right? And those little salt granules will go right through that sock. And if you're laying down with it in bed, the salt will come through onto your bed, onto your pillows, and it will get into your eyes, which is why I recommend extra socks on the outside. Extra socks on the outside does not stop it from doing the job. I got salt on me already. Putting the extra socks on the outside of this does not stop the salt from working. And basically what it is, the salt absorbs. You put this on your ear or anywhere on your body, really, and the salt will absorb the liquid in your ear or the pain in your body or the pain in your ear. When I'm done using the salt sock over the next couple of days, I'm actually getting salt all over me right now. When I'm done using the salt compress over the next couple of days, I will have no pain. But sometimes it takes a couple of days of sleeping with your salt compress before it takes effect. I mean, I've already noticed a big, there's salt all over the table. It will really, like, once you get all of your layers on there, the salt doesn't really come out. It's only out and about now because I uncovered the tip of it. So let me clean this up. There's really salt all over the table. Just from me messing with this salt compress. Keep my blanket up because that's what I like. Sweep the floors later. So either way, that's what I've been doing, is this salt compress. Now that I've loosened up that knot at the top of it, I can finagle that salt down. Again, it's like Stretch Armstrong. It feels like that. But I've loosened up the knot so it can be more moldable to my face. And I'm going to explain some more stuff. It's not even the full thing. I'm going to explain some more stuff with the salt compress and how it works and whatnot. Because, what was it? I didn't understand it. But a couple of years ago, I went to the Salt Cave, downtown Goshen, with my sister. And when we went into the Salt Cave, you have to go into the Salt Cave with no socks or shoes on. And because there's salt all over the floor of the Salt Cave. And I said, why are we taking our socks and shoes off? What about the other people that have foot stuff on their feet, fungus and whatnot, that are using this as well? And that's when I learned that salt absorbs and will not re-release. So anytime I use my salt compress, this is a newer salt compress. My last one lasted for like 8 years before I decided to revamp it. Excuse me. So this is a newer salt compress, but again, my last one lasted for quite some time. But the whole point is that salt absorbs. It only absorbs. It does not let go of anything that it has absorbed. So in saying that, when you put it here because your ear hurts, or I can put it, if my back hurts, I've used it on my back. I've used it on arm pain. I used it on my shoulder pain because I thought I was having another heart attack and I wasn't. Apparently, I just needed to get the pain out of my shoulder. And I used my salt compress one night on my shoulder because my shoulders were hurting. And the next day, my shoulder did not hurt and has not hurt ever since, really. So, the ear thing, it comes back, I guess, sometimes. I was drinking water overnight. While I was sleeping, I was dry. So I kept sipping water while I was laying down. So that's probably why I've got this ear thing now. But either way, so you put it on, and the picture that I posted earlier shows that you can heat this up in a pan. And you can take it a frying pan, put it on the stove. You can heat this up like a pan, just keep flipping it. You can do that. But also that will degrade the socks just a little bit faster than normal if you continuously heat it up. And if you're going to use a microwave, pay attention so you don't catch your fabric on fire, because it will. So, pay attention to that. But I don't use anything to heat up. I don't use anything out here to heat this up. What I do is, as soon as I start noticing pain, I put it right there. Because the heat from my body is going to warm this up. And the extra heat coming from the pain in my ear is going to heat this up. I can already feel that this is warm compared to me putting it on my ear. And it doesn't have to necessarily be on my ear. It can lay right here under my ear and it will be just the same. And so then I'll sleep with this all night. I didn't last night because this thing didn't start until this morning. But even this afternoon, if I go to lay down with this, I will lay down and I'll either lay on it, but then if I need to roll over, I will also roll over and I will put it, it will go with me. I'll go from laying on it to it laying on me. I don't care because the salt really will get rid of the pain in my ear. I have not gone to the doctor for ear pain in over 10 years. I haven't needed to. This is what I'm doing. And anytime I get ear pain or really any pain in my body, I use this. The husband was complaining about foot pain, I don't know, a couple months ago. He's not complaining anymore. I asked him and he refused. He absolutely, unequivocally was like, I am not using that salt compress on any part of my body. And I just kept suggesting it, and he finally caved. He finally used it like twice on his foot. I haven't heard him complain about his feet since. I don't even care. So there are huge healing properties in salt. Probably not so much ingesting it, maybe ingesting it too, but even just putting it in here and put it on your body. So when we went to the salt cave, there was salt like all over the walls, hanging from baskets, and there was like a salt container that was warming salt rocks, like these salt rocks, and they were warming these salt rocks so you could, while you were sitting in the salt cave, you could take these warmed salt rocks and just place them on your legs or place them on your arms or place them anywhere that you were experiencing pain or you wanted to absorb the pain, the whatever is going on with you. And so yeah, salt, the warmed salt really does help. It doesn't even have to be any special salt. This is what I'm using, and it works the same as it did 10 years ago when I started doing it, because it's the same salt I used 10 years ago when I started my first one. So if you're interested in learning more about a salt compress for your aches and pains and even in your head and your face, sometimes if my sinuses are infected or if my sinuses hurt, I will really put it there. And that's what will help pull the infection and the pain out. It really works. I can't even express how much this thing works. So, and now the pain is kind of like up here. So it twinged here, and now the pain is up here. The pain is out here. The pain is down here. So after I get done with this, I'm probably going to, I don't know, maybe I'll just go lay back down and heal myself during the day. Because see, normally I would just wait until tonight. I would suffer through the day with the pain, and then I would wait until this evening to do anything with this. But maybe today I don't suffer all day long, and I don't make myself wait until this evening to use this. Maybe I just use it all day and just lay around all day healing myself. Maybe that's today's agenda. I don't know. So, some days I have great advice and great things to talk about. Some days I don't. It's okay. It's a, back and forth all the time. Just trying to figure out life just like everybody else, right? I'm just trying to figure out life like everybody else. And sometimes that sucks. Sometimes you can't figure it out. Sometimes you need someone else helping you, saying something different, a different perspective, a different perspective that comes from someone else to get you where you need to be. I thought I heard someone knocking. Anyhow, moving on. So, find your own things on a Sunday to feel grateful for. And I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for the things that I know that I can do to heal myself. I'm grateful for the ability to get up and do these things. Like, I don't want to be up, but as long as I'm up, and I really can't lay back down. I really can't. I will just start sweating excessively because apparently my body only wants to lay down at certain times. It sucks. So get up and do some things for yourself. Sometimes the thing that you need to do for yourself is heal yourself. So today, that's the thing that I'm doing. I had all these other plans and grand ideas. Not today. We'll begin tomorrow after I heal my ear and my face. So get up, find your own things to feel grateful for on a Sunday. And I'm also grateful that in the last night when I didn't want to do anything, I even preemptively set up my coffee pot. So all I had to do this morning was push a button for coffee. I didn't have to finagle anything. I didn't have to do anything extra. I just had to push a button. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my heart is beating. I'm grateful I'm able to get up and do things. I'm grateful that I'm able to have the words to give to the people to help them through whatever they're going through as well. Because a lot of times, some of this advice can go across the board for anything. This salt compress, yeah, I'm using it for my ear, but I also use it for shoulder pain, for leg pain, foot pain, neck pain, stomach pain, chest pain. I use this thing for every kind of pain that I have. That if this thing doesn't pull the pain out of wherever I'm having pain at, then I'll go to the doctor. Until then, this is what I'm using. Because apparently this is working way faster than anything from the doctor. And I'm not trying to discount doctors that really do mean well, but I don't know, I have my own theories about that. Whatever. So, also, be your own magic, find your own magic. Sometimes the magic that you find is a tangible thing. It's not like a magic wand, abracadabra, you're a frog, or whatever. It's not the magic I'm talking about. That twinged right there. Sometimes the magic that you need comes in a physical form that you stick there to pull that stuff out. And sometimes that in itself is magic. So I'm just going to sit here like this. It's not like on my ear, but it's like up under my ear. It hurts. Something fierce. And I keep putting it on and then taking it off. So I notice a little bit of relief immediately, and then I take it off and the pain comes back. And then I put it back on, the pain goes away. I take it off, the pain comes back. Until the pain will be gone. If I just leave it there long enough. But the thing is you have to hold still. You have to, when you're doing something like this, you can't be up walking all over the place and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. You have to sit still. So maybe that's today's agenda, is that I just need to sit still. Again, the universe will tell you what you need to do before you even realize it. And since I can't be up and doing a whole bunch of stuff with ear pain, because I'm just going to consistently be stopping. If I'm up doing stuff with this ear pain, I'm just going to consistently be stopping and being in more pain and being in more pain and being in more pain. And that's not fun for me. So maybe I just need to stop my shit and do this. And that's pulling that stuff out. That's total magic. It's like Egyptian magic, man. I feel like that's what it is. It's Egyptian magic, whatever. So, be your own magic, find your own magic. Sometimes the magic is within you. Sometimes the magic is in something else that you're using. I'm just going to leave it there. Also, be your own sunshine. Because whether tomorrow's promised or not is irrelevant. And the more I think about it, the more I feel like tomorrow can be promised to anyone who thinks that it can be. I think the fountain of youth is right here in your head, so that's my theory. Theories are becoming true these days, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. So be your own sunshine. And there are days that we are not our own sunshine. There are days when you need to take care of yourself and heal yourself and do what you got to do for yourself. And then there are days when you got to get up and do for others. And both of those days are okay. And there are days when we're just going to not be okay to be okay. And that's okay too. So just find your sunshine at your earliest convenience. If you're going to be a sourpuss, don't be a sourpuss very long. Be your own sunshine as soon as you possibly can, because that's going to help you be better for you in the next moment that you are here. So I think that's all I got. Hope anyone can understand that. I'm kind of random all the time, so it is what it is. I hope everyone can have a great day. I'm going to go heal myself with my salt compress. And again, if you need to know what I do with it, send me a message. I posted that thing on Facebook this morning about it. But again, that one says you have to heat it, or you can heat it up in the pan or the microwave. I don't heat it up at all. I just stick it on the pane and let the heat from the pane, I let that heat up the salt and the compress. So I hope everyone can have a great day. Recap. Find your things to feel grateful for. Be your own magic. Find your own magic. And be your own sunshine. Doesn't matter if tomorrow's promised or not. Just do what you got to do for you today, right now, here in this moment. And sometimes paying attention to what you need to do for you is the magic you're looking for. That's all I got. Everyone have a great day. Stay out.